We talked or you mentioned about the year, the violence and crimes of opportunity and youth gangs and weapons. And so I know we've discussed this in the past, but are we getting to the point of action? Can the council be doing more now yet, or are we still? Are we doing enough action? Like, do you need to tell us more directly of what we might be doing as a council to move forward on this one issue that seems to be persistent?
Yeah, thank you. I think we're, it's my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you are informed to the point where you have enough information regarding the propensity for violence. We've talked about crimes of very image where we can nationally, provincially, where I say my detachment is within the province of BC for violence. I think as well we've explained the effort we've made to engage Aboriginal, non-Aboriginal communities in this, and I've explained before what the weapons of opportunity are. So I think we're at the juncture now where it's time to make a decision on how or what influence we may want to carry out into the community. So I think that's probably, we're ready to have a conversation now.
Great.
The Botanical Park, the momentum that's going on there, and that I understand that there's 3 different groups or 3 different areas that you're focusing on there, and also again for keeping community involved in that. If the general public or people want to get involved, is it too late for people to get involved, or if people are interested in being?
So that's a very good question. So at this point we have engaged who we think are the stakeholders in the community, and those who are representative agencies and people in the community who care for some of these folks. And again, the difficult thing is to ensure that our focus remains in the park. I think the analogy is we need to walk before we can run. So these subcommittees you speak of, there are 3, and the subcommittees are underway right now, meeting and coming up with some ideas and whatnot. My understanding is the next proposed meeting as a group will be sometime perhaps late winter, early spring. I think maybe we're talking April or so. And after the subcommittees come back and report what their findings are and maybe some initiatives, I think that's probably time to go to maybe a broader community discussion.
And I just wanted to say some concluding remarks as well. It ties in with Councillor Zacharias. I remember 2 or 3 years ago we sat in this chambers and we had some representatives from the Lower Mainland coming up and talking to us about youth gang initiatives and that integrated approach and different things. And I remember one of the comments that they said was never before they'd seen a willingness of the community to kind of work together. And we see it again and again. We see it at the Botanical Park meetings and the subsequent meetings. There is a real willingness, and we see it as well, Dave, in your community policing. We've got a huge buy-in from some great community people who really want to do whatever they can to take back, the city. So I think that is something to really talk about as a success. Inspector Brown, I think that we've come a long way since the summer. We didn't have some good reports. I'm glad that you reported that a lot of those prolific offenders are back behind bars, and so those numbers, we started to see the turnaround. So that's better than where we were a few months ago. So thank you to your detachment and your members to do what they needed to do to ensure that those prolific offenders are behind bars. That definitely helps make our community a safer place. So thank you for that. And then I think that whole domestic violence is a very interesting section. So again, thank you for putting the resources and really listening again to the community to really do what we need to do to really start addressing some of those key issues. I know when I first saw that stat go way up in domestic violence, I was quite concerned. But I just want council to know Inspector Brown has had the same conversations with the Executive Director of the Roads Contact Society, and this is quite common in communities where there's more education and awareness that the first piece is the stats go up. So we still have a lot of work to do, so thank you. Please pass on to your detachment and your volunteers that we appreciate what they do on our behalf.
Thank you.